Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brightops, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. And we've just made a interesting discovery. See, we have our final boss, Overlord Zeragon, or however you pronounce his goddamn name. But because we've reached 70 on the Awakening thing, we can now take on the other two bosses with him. Visor Milob and Ground Architect Niftusk. We can take them on separately, which is an interesting development. I mean, I kind of always suspected that for the parts of why we go with Captress, each time we eliminate a boss, we remove them from the end fight. Though I'm not really sure if that's actually the case. I guess we'll have to check another time, but we'll come back to them. We've got some other things I want to wrap up first. War Games. Subdomina Kepra reports a strange chamber in the tomb of Niftusk containing a scale model of the tomb complex. Locate and capture the chamber so its contents can be used to map the tombs more correctly. Okay. All aboard the shit-kicking express. I have just received a strange report from our Skitaria units in the Tomb of Niftusk. It might be worth your attention, Magos. Lord Niftusk, it seems, was eager to commemorate his achievement in building the tomb complex. Previous mission data suggests Lord Niftusk was greatly enamored of memorializing himself. One of the Imber chambers contains what looks like a scale model of the whole tomb valley. All the structures rendered in miniature. It's quite the thing. If such an object were captured, it could be invaluable in planning the exploration of the tombs. Ascertaining its purpose might also provide useful intelligence. It represents a conundrum that causes my emotional cores to return some curiosities. Just enjoying some peppermint tea while we're waiting for the load screen. I wonder if the Necrons had any use for this model beyond simply reminding themselves of Niftusk's genius. Such miniature recreations are sometimes used in strategic training exercises. Their use is considered obsolete in the Adeptus Mechanicus. Sleep-taught tactical protocols and battle prayer sermons are far more effective. In any case, I've plotted a route to the chamber, though the Necrons have recaptured much of the area from Muscatari. Perhaps they're using the model to plan their counterattacks. It shall soon be beyond their use, Subdomina. If it cannot be captured for our use, the application of explosives represents a logical, suitable solution. Alrighty, where are we going? So there's 1, 2, 3. Alright. Let's get this started. Ah, yeah, so we're probably going to be visiting Niftusk in a bit anyway, but let's start with his stuff first. Alright, anything to scan in this area? Yes, we do. Alrighty. First things first, we're going with Oathmaster Superior, revealing everything to us, as well as scanning some stuff. We'll come back for... Ah, so you're next. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't get the You know what, as much as it pain... Oh, whoops. I think we... No, we've only got one. That's good. We're gonna let Oathmaster go back there. Okay, Argos, we can put you in this nice central area. Actually, no, we'll put you here. So you can't get any jabs off. As for why I'm waiting a turn to do stuff, well, we might as well. If for no other reason than because I'd rather not get hit by a giant Necron laser. We're gonna try and bait it out. And Sleeper. And just for the purposes of... for our future purposes, fill her up. Perfect. The Sacrificial Servitor is a Operation Sacrificial Servitor complete success. Oh, we probably could have gone the thwack off. Oh well. Easy come, easy go. And be gone, wretch. Oh, might as well just take the free damage on him, because why not? Oh, this is gonna be fun. I do love it when things like this come together. Do more damage. And you know what? Take a freebie. Actually, while we're at, can we get the... Yes, we can! I love my job sometimes. And you know what, just for the sake of it, do some damage to whoever this is. Alright. Gonna get some damage done. Oh, that's disappointing. It seems that I can't get bloody enough cognition in order to actually cause... Apparently the cognition thing doesn't work on the flamethrower. Oh well. We smacked him. That's all we can do for now. That and murder. Murder is always an option after all. And for the record, we do need more cognition, so let's have some for free. Some damage there. Bit more damage there. Let's go stab you. And he's gone. Actually, hang on. Might as well just have the Rust Stalker go in. I mean, it gets the job done. And we'll delay that turn. We can delay... Actually, better idea. We're gonna go there, so we can do some jabbing. Might as well get some free cognition while we're here. Oh, we... Damn, we're gonna have to go here in order to get the shot off. Oh well. Shot's a shot. And victory is ours. First battle finished with. The chamber head contains, not the model of the tomb complex the cohort seeks, but a large relief map of a section of ground rendered in great detail. It appears covered in depictions of the ruins and barricades. Let's see. Examine the table. Perhaps it charts the location somewhere in the tomb. Destroy it. It might be a strategic tool the Necrons are using and should be put beyond their use. Sanctify the map to the Omnicide, destroying any corruptive influence the strange artifact might have. Blow it. Gripping the edges of the map, the strongest of the cohort flips it over entirely, scattering its miniature topology across the chamber floor. Although immensely satisfying, the act creates a loud enough noise that nearby Necron units must be aware of it. Oh well. We broke it, it's fine. A lathe-like machine fills this chamber. Going by the components littering the floor, it is used to manufacture tiny statues of Necron warforms. What reason Necrons have to do this is unknown, but it seems clear they should not be allowed to continue. Let's see, blow up the machine with explosives, use demolition charge to collapse the whole thing, sabotage this machine so when it next operates it shakes its power apart. The machine is rigged with grenades and the cord falls back from the chamber. The grenades blow the machine apart, creating enough of a commotion that nearby Necrons are attracted to the cohort's position. The machine, however, will never function again. Ew, this is going to be a very costly mission when it comes to awakening. Like, we've just reached the second battle and we're already at Awakening 3. Good lord. Alright, that will reduce it back to 2. Any other scannable panels here? No. Not yet, anyway. Alright, let's pick a let's lure them all out into the open. Here we go. Like, it couldn't have been that... It would never have been that easy. Alright. Just getting an idea of who we can kill immediately. Well, it seems we have our winner. If nothing else. Good. Good. Okay, we're gonna try and be a little bit clever here. Let's see if we can. Alright, can we get a better shot? We can. Good. Because I want this to hurt. There we go. Okay, awakening goes down. Oh. And might as well just get more cognition so that we can do this. Because we might as well be rid of him. Marching forwards. Do. Yeah, it's kind of apparent that the main reason this thing even survived is because it has ridiculously good energy armor. But that's not going to be enough. Not in the slightest. Not in the end.
You must look.
Alright, we might as well just do the quick repair, because why not? And you're dead. Alright, first things first, how much health do you have? Not much. That's perfectly acceptable. Lower that. Finish you. And then... well, let's see. Well, let's see if we can finish you off. No, but we can, if nothing else, move into position to do so. Well, it wasn't much, but we at least managed to slow them down a bit. Oh, you're alive. Surprising. Oh well. We can fix that. Goodbye. And that's that battle wrapped up. I have never come across such a strange habit among the Necrons. I cannot guess at what purpose the Necrons might have for these diminutive replicas. I shall have to think on a solution for this puzzle. A bizarre sight greets the cohort in this chamber. Hundreds of miniature Necron warriors, each no taller than a man's finger, standing on dozens of shelves built into the walls. They are detailed enough to represent specific units and individuals amongst the Necron leadership. Destroy what is obviously a shrine, searching for something that might give meaning to the thing, or take some of them. You know what? Loot. The cohort reasons there must be something more to this place, and thoroughly ransack the room. However, they find little more than a few odd tiny polyhedrons marked with Necron ruins, some simple measuring devices, and several volumes of inscribed slabs covered in Necron writings which appear to be slightly different iterations of the same text. They take what they can, but are left no more enlightened. If I had to guess, I can't help but feel like that's a slight little nudge towards the fact that the Warhammer series has a tabletop game. But that's just me. Alright, things healed. Didn't really help us much, but eh. The chamber head is a workshop of sorts. On a bench of polished steel stands a half-constructed miniature version of a huge and elaborate building, assembling a palace in the blocky, obscure Necron fashion. Is this a creation Nektok hopes to build for real once the dynasty of Sylvia Temperis is fully awakened? Attempt to take it, the half-thing. It can be fully studied on board the ship, smash it, or record. Maybe we can record it. The palace reveals much about the ambition and arrogance of the Necrons in its statuary and grandness of design. It is worryingly easy to imagine such an abomination standing on Sylvia Temperis, throne to the overlord of the dynasty. Such a thing must never come to pass. Okay, I learned my lesson. Stop smashing these things. Ooh, Awakening level 4. That's not good. Oh god, now I understand the name of this mission. War Games. Ah. Ah, you clever bastards. Alright, so they couldn't attack any of us, which is good. We can't attack them yet. Well, not all of us can. That can be fixed. The question is, how much damage can we do to a given thing? Because as normal, I want this opening strike to do a lot. Energy, damage. Ooh, there's a good shot. One dead, the rest aren't, but they're not in good condition, if I had to guess. And now they are bereft of that thing that gives, at least one of the things that gives them additional bloody armor. Just for the sake of it, how much... Okay, that 4 energy armor probably saved it from destruction. Right, we're gonna wait back here for the moment. Just simply because they're not worth the effort just yet. Though you might be. If nothing else, we can... Wait, no, not that one. We don't want to do that one just yet. Okay, you're gone. And you can follow. I said you can follow. You're goddamn alive. Hate it when this happens. And you know what, just for the sake of it, armor up everyone. And servitor. Be bait. Do 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 do. Oh, we can't actually get by him because this guy is just in the way. Oh well. We knocked his ass down. That was the solution to our problem. And oh look, there's more of them. That's fine. We can take care of this rather nicely, I think. Whoa, that one's got a fair chunk of health to it. Still, we can make do. Easily enough. Stop. Okay, we can check out you if nothing else. Reduce some damage. Burn, bitch, burn. And for the record, thwack. Yeah, might as well take advantage of the servitor. Why not? And full power to the cognition. Ah, yes, that's why we're not doing that. First shot there. Second attack there. Quick jab for the sake of it. And because we can. Like, I'm well aware of the fact that that breaking this no longer matters. Simply because, well, there's nothing left to gain from it. Like, we're not going to be able to reduce the awakening down below 4. But... oh. Right, that thing turns back on, doesn't it? Annoying. Oh well, it doesn't, as I said, doesn't really matter. Like, we're gonna gain 4 awakening from this either way. It hurts, but... eh. We do what we can, that's all we can, and that's all we can do. And just for the sake of it, cognition and health for everyone.
You must look.
Honestly, I'm just breaking this thing for the sake of it. Like, we got nothing better to do while we wait for things to calm down. So we might as well. Actually, there's a very real chance they'll just break next turn. Which is fantastic, I guess. See, does burning hurt? No, you don't burn. Annoying thing. Still, we can at least do this. Literally just for my own sake of ego. And out you go. Yeah, that awakening's gonna hurt, but we got Blackstone for it, so... The cohort locates the chamber with the scale model of the tomb complex. It is too large and elaborate to be transported out of the tomb, so they take a thorough tick-pick recording of its every detail. Neftoch's reasons for building it remain obscure, but the Adeptus Mechanicus now possesses a valuable guide to the full extent of the tombs of Sylvia Tempus. We should be grateful that Neftoch had such a high opinion of his own skills. The Grand Architect's scale model has given us intelligence about the extent of the tomb complex that would otherwise have cost us good lives to acquire. I return some satisfaction from the fact that the arrogance of the Necron may be the means by which it is defeated. More teachings of the Omnissiah? More an observation from experience. The enemy does not give much, so what he does give must be grabbed without hesitation. Somewhat interesting that Tyrus had a speaking role in this mission, considering he's dead. But I guess there has to be voice lines for if you don't know, don't see his special branch of missions. Oh, you still have missions. The Castellan Robot. Subdominus Kipra has requested the destruction and inscribed stele in the tomb of Melob that depicts past victories of the Necrons. Locate the stele and demolish it. This is this is definitely going to be worth grabbing. I will admit it is somewhat interesting because there was, I think in previous versions of the game, there was an enemy type you could run into that was basically a Necron Lord. But they seem to have removed them. Surveys of the tomb of Melob are continuing, Magos. It seems Melob was a key advisor to the Obel Lord of Sylvia Tembris. This is proving an issue for the Skitarii operating there. How so, Subdomina? One of Melob's tasks seems to have been commemorating the victories of the Overlord. One stele in particular can only be interpreted as a depiction of countless Necron victories over thousands of years. It does nothing for morale to know the enemy has been winning wars since before there was civilization on Terra. Previous interactions between you and I suggest this information comes with a request. I need that stele destroyed, Magos. These inscriptions could prove useful intelligence on the Necrons. For this reason, the risk to my tech priests of fighting my way to their location is determined to be acceptable. Be that as it may, my Skitarii will greatly appreciate it gone. I still retain enough emotional intelligence to gather your troops object to more than the stele's mere symbolic value to the Necrons. Why do you truly desire its destruction, Subdomina? There's something wrong with it. Very wrong. Alright, one there, one there, one there. Fastest... Well, I guess the fastest way to get there is to literally go this way. 'Tis a bit of a longer route, but... this is what that abomination is doing to our troops, Magos. They can't fight if they can't think straight. Nonsense, Subdomina. Grant a coward the excuse to retreat from the battlefield and he will never fight again. Aphorism 7.31. Have these defects put their resources back into the fight. The cohort comes across a unit of Skitarii hunkered down in a side chamber. They are suffering from the hallucinations brought about by proximity to the stele and claim to be combat ineffective. Question the Skitarii about the nature of the hallucinations. Deliver a stern admonishment and force the Skitarii back to their posts. Assist the Skitarii in returning to the rear lines to recuperate. We might as well find out what the hell the hallucinations are. The Skitarii describe visions of captured troopers being dissected, hideous fusions of biology and machinery, and whole worlds being stripped of life. These reports are duly archived in the calculators of the ship for later study. I mean, I can kind of understand why they're kind of freaking out by this, because, well, let's be honest, if you're seeing hallucinations, that does kind of affect your ability to fight effectively. Alrighty. You're new. And you're a goodie. You're a good one. Yay. Doesn't help us under the circumstances, but you're still solid. Alright, to get here is Awakening level 2. Yeah, we're gonna have to be destroying some panels at some point. And next episode we're gonna be killing some of the remaining lords to make the final battle just that little bit easier. Alright, let's have a look. One scan there. One there. Alright. We can work with this. And we're gonna push there so we can grab this. Fill up the whole thing. Yes, we don't need the healing, but I do need the full gauge of what is about to happen. Because if we aim this right, we could potentially get rid of a lot of Necrons at once. Plus, get rid of this panel. Alright, we can't fire from there because we'd be too close. Hang on. First things first. Alright, you'll do. See you go down, you're dead. You're an immortal there is badly wounded. And how about... Okay. So you're not dead, but you're definitely not in great shape. Thankfully, we can finish you off. Easily enough. And while we're at it, kill you too. Because, you know, less Necrons is a good thing. Alright. Scan you. We'll destroy you momentarily. Hang on. Cognition. Make that next one free, and armor. And broken. And just for the sake of it, this is one of the reasons why we boosted the armor. Because there's something inherently pleasing about no selling a Necron shooting you. Well, as annoying as it is, we're going to do some damage to this bastard. If nothing else, it will at least make him a bit less prone to getting... Oh well. Actually, never mind, we just killed him. If it works, it works. And we're just making sure if... Okay. So all according to plan. Let's start it off. Let's start this procession off then. And prison. As much as I want to just wreck you, can we do better? Yeah, let's give it a shot. I think it's hurt. Yeah, we'll start with you. As annoying as it is. At least then you're gone. Oh, we may have blocked ourselves in there with our subordinates. Oh well. Better than the tech priests. Missed. So what does this do for 1 round? Oh, we can keep this up for as long as we want then. And you go. Yeah, we might as well scan him. Okay. So zapping him with the thing was probably the right idea. Thankfully, we can do it again. And bye-bye. And that worked out rather well, don't you think? There are no civilians left on Sylvia Tempest. This has to be a hallucination. Proceed with caution, Magos. In the chamber ahead is a gaggle of hungry-looking and distressed civilians, pleading for help from the cohort to escape the tomb. Assist the civilians on the minuscule chance they are real. Rake the chamber with gunfire. This illusion must be hiding some lurking threats. Avoid the chamber, leaving them behind and ignoring their cries for help. The cohort skirts around the chamber and move on quickly. The despairing cries of the civilians dog them as they move deeper into the tomb. Though it is almost certain the stricken men and women are hallucinations or deliberate illusions, the possibility they were real takes its toll on the cohort's psyches. Yeah, not great, but I can understand why that one hurt us. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, it probably was not a good way to deal with that situation. Well, we've given them the initiative, but because they can't attack us, works in our favor. The added bonus that we can't bloody get to them properly. Lazy gits. Alrighty, how much damage can we do? It occurs to me just then I could have just jabbed the thing and gotten the cognition that way, but oh well, too little too late. That'll do it. Holy crap, that bastard's still alive. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to boost this. Oh well. Oh well. Too little, too late. Might as well pump up the armor now. We can wait a turn. Oh, there's more of them now. Also turrets. And that one poor servitor whose job is quite literally to die for us. Alrighty. Can we... Well, we can try and get into a position where we can fire the Doom Laser again. Or at the very least, use this. Initiating the Laser of Doom. And let's just make sure they all die this time. Oh. Shit. Alright, new plan. We're probably gonna take some damage moving away to fire, but... yeah, a little. Acceptable. And... oh, you're still here. Let's fix that. And just because we can, we'll just scoop up all this free cognition. Is he gone? No, but he's definitely bloody hurt. And he will at least be dead before he gets to shoot that cannon of his. Well, he will now. Alright. Actually, wait, what am I doing? You want to be distant? I almost forgot what we were dealing with here. A true pain in the ass. Alright, so we've done enough damage. Let's see if we can finish him. Yep, we can. And we might as well pull out of here before this closes up again. Plus the additional armor. Flame. And fight. Don't seem to respond to flamethrowers. Interesting, interesting. Excuse me. And might as well just fix him up for the sake of it. Oh, there's more. Well, at least we've got the general idea that if we kill enough of them, then if nothing else, we should probably get them all. If we kill them fast enough, anyway. Thankfully, we can kill them fast enough. Or we should be able to. Yeah, you're gonna be dead. And fire. Well, if nothing else, we took a chunk out of him. That will have to do. I love doing that. There's just something about it that's very pleasing. Alright, everyone heal up, get the cognition. Because screw physics. Yeah, I have no idea why I just said that. We just did. Don't even need to swing the axe for this one. Victory's ours. Right, push on. What's next? Oh, no little post-mission thing. Alright. Yep, level 2. Let's see what we got. Meditations on the Superlogic Ha, verse 971. When the corruption of the unholy becomes manifest to our senses, a far greater corruption lies unseen. Take care, Magos. The Secretari have reported ill omens in the vicinity of the target stele. A stark example of this lies in the chamber ahead, where the walls have suddenly begun to bleed. A prodigious flow of blood sloshes down the walls, gathering on the inscriptions on the floor. Investigate the chamber to find the source. Traverse the chamber. It is the most direct route to the objective, and rational tech priests have no reason to fear such omens. Give the chamber a wide berth. There is no need to tempt fate by passing through it. The cohort sacrifices the time taken to find an alternative route for the certainty they will not have to face whatever dark force inhabits the bloody chamber. Yes, we lost the initiative, but honestly, we'd lost that anyway, and yeah, you don't mess with that sort of stuff. Not sure what we just gained there, but something happened. Something positive, anyway. Maybe indifference is a good thing sometimes. Or I'll tell you what, it's possible that it would have given us an item that we'd already had. So who knows? Alright, I'm spying 2 panels so we can scan. One there, and a whole lot of targets. We can work with this. Alright, this is a kill all enemies objective. Happy to do, of course, happy to do it, but... let's make this count. Wait. We can save ourselves the trouble of that. Almost didn't see it. Okay, let's see. If we line this up, what do we get? Yep, that's acceptable. 3 targets is completely acceptable. Especially when one of the bastards is an immortal. And we're gonna flee back over here. Just so that we've got somewhere secure. Oh, we can't. Oh well. Smack and pull back. To do. Smack and pull back to safety. Good. Let's see how many more are left. If we can break this thing. Which we can do. Free cognition there, fill the whole thing. And fire. Round 2. And we'll pull back here. Ah yes, we also have to do this panel, but that can wait a moment. Now to test this theory on if flamethrowers don't trigger this son of a bitch. And we might as well get the armor just in case the answer is no. Ah, that's why, because we were unattackable before. Well, you're dead now. So there is that. I might as well benefit from the fact you're ridiculously well armored to eat a immortal. And we send in the servitors to die. And make back what they cost in summoning them to the field. Alright. Do-do-do. Not dead, but fairly bad condition. And while we're at it, we might as well just deal with this. And we'll hide behind the servitor. We'll delay your turn for a moment. Took a little damage there, that's fine. And finish you. Go, servitors! Go and be annoying. And for the sake of it, what are you? Okay, you're weak to range. Good to know. You know what? You're not even worth the cognition. Alright, last bastard. And look, we made him angry. Unfortunately, the servitors have not panned. The servitor gamble has not panned out. But that is acceptable. Still, we got within range. That will have to do. And it's almost dead. And he will be, because we can do this. Victory is ours. And we get a goddamn massive robot because of our troubles. Throne of Mars. The Steely's influence is getting worse. We have to reach it, Magos, before this starts happening throughout the whole tomb. One of the cohorts suddenly doubles over in the center of this chamber, moaning in pain. They retch up a writhing metallic lump that splits into dozens of tiny Necron scarabs which scutter across the floor. The sudden, violent infestation is horrific and disorienting. Pin the affected trooper down in case they turn on the rest. Attempt to give medical assistance. Execute the afflicted trooper. Pin him down. The rest of the cohort violently restrains the affected trooper, but before they can attempt to ascertain the extent of the infestation, the scarabs disappear. The trooper returns to normal, and the scarabs prove to be a hallucination brought on by the influence of the target Steli. The trooper is wounded, but not, thankfully, infested. The target Steli takes up one entire wall of a huge chamber. It depicts Necron victories, along with countless atrocities inflicted on conquered Xenos. The cohort place explosive charges that rip it from the wall and smash it into thousands of shards. The hallucinations surrounding the Steli cease, and the area becomes a little more bearable for the Skitarii to operate in. My Skitarii are most grateful these inscriptions have been destroyed, Magos. Everyone stationed near them was suffering from the effects. I am returning regret and concern that we do not understand more about the mechanism by which such psychological effects were created. If deliberate, they suggest the Necrons possess knowledge of human psychology and neurology. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about the how. I'm just glad the damn thing is gone. Well, we got a robot. And we didn't get too much in the way, and we've only got 2 levels of awakening from it too, so acceptable for a hard mission, definitely for a hard mission. We'll have to have a look at this thing. Yep, we got a robot. Let's see, what do you do? Single target melee attack, triggers an attack of opportunity, 2 to 5 damage. Gain physical armor and energy armor, but deals minimum damage for 1 round. Second. Spray fire in a cone area attack, deals 5 to 10 physical damage to targets in an area, deals 2 damage over 3 turns. For a level 1 plus 15 health and both armors, yeah, they are pretty solid. And we can immediately get a level 2 of them damn things as well. How many more stuff do you have, Kepra? Oh well, we'll find out next time. Until then, my name is Brad Ops, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.